And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard was recognized as one of the NBA's 75 greatest. Coach Ty Lue says to go from being a 15th pick to that means a lot. It's a tribute to his hard work and dedication. And Leonard credits that work ethic to his dad. He says, I try to play as hard as I can each night. That's what my father wanted me to do. Kevin?
What a worker Kawhi is. Terrific player. And a great story, David. Thanks. When the middle of the season rolls around, Clark, how much value do you think there is in keeping an eye on the standings, seeing what the other teams are doing?
You know, Kevin, I think it's a balancing act depending on your team and the makeup of your squad, where you are in the standings. In some cases, it could be a powerful motivator, but I don't think it should be something that discourages you. You have to keep an eye on what's real and what you can control. There's still time for some dramatic shakeups as the season unfolds.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Reggie Bullock, Luka Doncic out there with Irving. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Powell in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Clippers,
Kyrie Irving.
the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Now, here is George. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Brings it from 9 feet away.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
Doncic looking it over. The pass to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Nobody near Irving. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for Dallas. Outside, George. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded by Bullock. 5 to shoot. George with no one around. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Irving. Doncic outside. There's the 3. Good on the triple.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, but give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness. Tells you something about his competitive will.
Paul George.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And George drops them both. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, that they're spending more energy at that end of the floor. And that's essential for any elite team.
Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
good on both.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
On the wing, Morris. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Passes to Zubac. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Zubac, shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Zubac. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now, here's Doncic. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. Now, here is Hardaway. After Luka Doncic's miss, Irving from long range. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, the team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Zubac against Powell. Zubac the pass to Jackson. Leonard looking over the floor. Takes the 13-footer, and it's in there.
And that release point on Leonard's shot makes that mid-range jumper tough to contest.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Now Irving. 9 points in the game so far. And here's Bullock from the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. Doncic against Jackson. Good on the shot.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. The 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And I tell you what, the margin of victory speaks for itself in that one. Just a very confident bunch right now, especially in that second half.
Exactly. Exquisite execution. They knew what they needed to do, and they got it done and made it happen. Really well played.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Well, last time out they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight, to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Powell. Bertans comes in for Reggie Bullock. Green, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Ntilikina in for Doncic. Here's Green after the made shot from Norman Powell. Green deciding where to go with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Robert Covington picks one up. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
He's off on the second. And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Here's Kennard. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shoots the three. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. Outside Irving. Pass to Bertans. And McGee kicks to Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Shoots over Covington. The pass to Ntilikina. And here is Green. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And it's tied up with that one. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Dallas again turning it over.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Batum. Pass to Man. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Dallas basketball.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Irving up top. He's got 11. And that one drops. Irving's got 13.
Well, you know, on some nights, Irving's just unguardable, and that's when you just keep letting him do his thing.
Man passes to Kennard. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. Covington wide open. He fires. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Kicks it to Powell. Here's Man, covered by Irving. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Here's Green going inside.
Josh Green.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Mavericks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, your Clippers, you this team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here's Doncic. Goes up from the top of the key. Count that bucket. Doncic has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Mavs.
And you look at all the things Doncic can do. One in particular, he can control the pace of the game.
And, Greg, I love that about him. His size, his strength, his savvy, his skill set. You really can't speed him up at the offensive end. Everything he does is at his pace and his tempo. He methodically breaks you down.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up and gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you.
And punishing move there on the interior. Usually Leonard's going to get the bucket, draw the foul, or both.
The Clippers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And the first one at the line is good. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 7. He kicks it to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, when the Mavs traded for Rajon Rondo during the 14-15 season, Dwight Powell was included in that package, and he's still with them.
Yeah, you know, Rondo spent just a half season with the Mavs, and really at that point in time was in the second half of his career, while Powell has been there ever since and is a nice foundational piece. I mean, they love his work ethic, and he's a key part of their rotation, and I don't see that changing.
He hits the second from the line.
One of the things I really like about Dwight Powell is that he doesn't play outside of himself. He plays to his strengths.
George passes to Morris. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Once again, let's hear it for your kick.
Mavericks leading by 3. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Doncic from deep three-point land. Dallas no good that time either. Leonard against Hardaway. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Pass to Powell. Rebound by the Clippers. Now the pass to Jackson. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And they double up Doncic. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Passes it to Bullock from the arc. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Stolen by George. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we talked about, you know, George is athletic. He's long. He's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender. And that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
He had a nice open look right there. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Here's Morris over Hardaway. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Morris.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Doncic with the bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Jackson kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. And they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here's Doncic. The shot by Powell, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Jackson has the open look. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got 7 points.
And you don't have to tell Jackson to take that kind of shot. He's going to every time.
Doncic dishes to Powell. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
The assist goes to
Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now, here is Morris. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. 5 on the clock. George finds Leonard. Shot from the top of the key. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
Yeah, and why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on it, then that's going to be the result.
Dallas calls timeout.
During the summer of 2021, the Mavericks had some major changes. Longtime head coach Rick Carlisle left after 13 years in Dallas, and they also got a new GM.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Norman Powell's checked in for Leonard. Mann subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Powell. Davis Bertans comes in for Reggie Bullock. Frank Ntilikina's checked in for Hardaway. And Irving subbed in for Green. Coaching staff changes aside, Clark. Do front office moves affect players that much?
I think they do, Kevin. It's hard for them not to. Normally we see a flurry of trades or free agent signings. We saw it with the Mavericks trading away Kristaps Porzingis, changing the composition of their squad, going in a different direction. So that'll take some adjusting too.
Pass to Powell. Moving against George. Back to Powell. That ball, nice speed that time from George. Powell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
Here's Ntilikina. No points in the game yet for him. The kick out to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's McGee.
2 minutes remain in the first.
That shot misses.
2 minutes.
So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Good on the 3-point shot.
He has been dropping bombs since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since then.
George finds Batum. Now here's Powell. Outside Covington. Back to Powell. Shot on the wing. Off the left rim and out. Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's 13 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
Here's Mann. Guarded by Doncic. Back to George. Batum trying to break loose. And George gets it to go. And it's 13 points for George.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Doncic passes to Irving. Doncic outside. Over to the left wing. And McGee kicks to Doncic. And on the way from Irving for three. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got assist number 7 for him tonight. The three from George. And another three for the Clippers.
And that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. And he's got an excellent performance overall from the field.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's Dallas up 6. The Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 22 points and 2 assists. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently finding the open guy. And then, of course, the shooters have delivered. If they keep it up, they're going to be tough to beat.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Reggie Bullock is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Irving. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And looking at Reggie Bullock, boy, he's had quite the ride as a pro.
Yeah, he certainly has, Greg. I mean, he's been a lot of places during his 8-year career, but the thing I like, no matter where he's been and what uniform he's worn, he knocks down shots and does exactly what's asked of him.
And so here are the Clippers following the score by Dallas. And here's Leonard from 3. Powell pulls it in.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Hardaway, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Irving passes to Powell. Yep, it counts. And now it's a 10-point Dallas lead.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
And just look at how he navigates. His athleticism is eye-opening.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the basket is good. Got him to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. Clippers trail by 14. The three from George. That is off the mark. He's shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shots. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
When Hardaway Jr. is forcing the issue like that, it draws the defense's attention, and I like his aggressiveness as a scorer.
The Mavericks have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Hardaway hits them both. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game when those critiques become personal.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Nobody near Leonard. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Hardaway against Leonard for 3. Bullock. Rebound by the Clippers.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Leonard. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
The giant wingspan and hands of Leonard, those help so much when he's on the break.
The way up top, he's covered by Leonard. Fires top of the key. Empty that time from Leonard.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jackson.
And that was a tough shot. I mean, Jackson has practiced that, but he makes it look effortless right there.
Now here is Hardaway. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Kennard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. There's the pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And we all know how crafty RJ is. When he can stay healthy, he can lead a team, at least in spurts.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubats, and it's Powell in for Morris.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Ntilikina. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's Green with the three. Sinks the triple.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Passes it to Powell. The feed now to Batum. The 17-footer. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Batum. And that's 11 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Dallas calls timeout. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Man's checked in. Here's Kennard, following the score by Dallas.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covered a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And that's a block right there. He swept that ball away with some energy.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Hardy, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the lead, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Hardy. The kick out to Irving. There's Green with the three. Offensive rebound Mavericks. McGee, the pass to Hardy. Shoots over Powell. To the middle. They kick it out to Green. Launches a three. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. In the corner, Kennard with it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Now here's Irving. He's got 24.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hand. And like a lot of genius level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Hey, you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Robert Covington's checked in for Luke Kennard. And so Irving nails both of them.
They're shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding the lead late.
Back to Leonard. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Covington. Mavericks with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is down to just 9 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
He dishes it to Powell. Out to the wing. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. His first shot coming late. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. McGee's got 11 rebounds in the game. The try by Green.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Powell, the pass to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 15.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Here's Irving. Here's McGee. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Here's Leonard. No dice and 9 feet out.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed to the rim. Maybe lost concentration, too.
And so it's Dallas holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's George in at the small forward position.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Mavericks leading by 9. Hardaway with it. In the corner, Powell with it. Kicks it to Bullock. Stolen by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Fires it up. He drains the quick shot. Doncic has got 19 points.
Boy, once Doncic gets on the roll, there aren't many ways to slow him down. Huge night so far.
Here's Zubac. Chalk up 2 there.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Jackson against Doncic. From deep. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Powell.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Outside, George. Pass to Kennard. Now Jackson. Guarded by Doncic. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas Leaders get down to 9 in the bucket from Jackson.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Now, here's Doncic. Count the basket. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And another for Jackson. A streaky score, but when he gets hot, watch out.
Dallas calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
And they double up Doncic. Hardaway, good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Zubac. And finally, they hit one. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 10 rebounds. Doncic against Jackson. Three-pointer. And it's Luka Doncic with the three. Doncic has got 24.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac. Outside for George. Lets it go from deep. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Now, here's Doncic. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. From 13, misses off the right iron. Mavericks leading by 6. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Powell kicks to Doncic. Puts up a three. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Driving inside. Off on the layup. LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Hardaway against Jackson. Ntilikina with the rebound. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
You can trust Luka to make the most of a close shot. I mean, he won't waste a high percentage look most times.
And the Clippers call time here. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now, here's George. Tries it from the top of the key. Kept alive. Batum passes to George. Fader on the way. George missing again. Dallas leading by 8. Doncic outside. Over Jackson. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. And as a defender, he can really put you on your heel.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Irving against George. Hardaway trying to free himself up. It's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots. Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Irving looking over the floor. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. In the corner, George with it. A 3 ball. That doesn't go either for George. The Mavericks shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Clippers ball.
.129 left in the fourth quarter. Plays it up and banks it in. George has got 25 points.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Out to Doncic. Three-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Offensive rebound. A shot by Batum, no good. Dallas shooting straight 49% from the field. Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Speedy drive by Doncic. That doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees them.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Dallas.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Irving way outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Clippers.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Josh Green's checked in for Irving. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
The deep three from George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Substitution on the court.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, a top-tier matchup. I wonder if you circled this one on the calendar.
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. The little things matter in the big picture, so we want to just come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
Well, it showed up tonight, man, with a big win, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.